Good evening, teachers. On behalf of Parliputra Sahodaya, I welcome everybody to this today's workshop on different kinds of teaching aids. The teachers around 2000 teachers have joined. Still, there are teachers to join, so let them join. We will begin the session. So again, welcome all of you to this session. As I said, to reflect on today. Today we are going to reflect on this topic, importance of different kinds of teaching aids. That's one of the topic that we have. And when we talk about or think about different kinds of teaching aids, so it became a regular thing in our life. Every day we are going to class. Every day we deal with the same. Every day we are connected with the same topic, same style. There can be a change, and teaching aid is one among those. If suppose we think that I have to go to class and I have to teach the students, I don't think my class is not possible without any teaching aid. So when it comes to your mind, the first thing it is of teaching aid means textbook. Textbook is a teaching aid, but it is not the perfect teaching aid. This is not the perfect teaching aid. It's a one among the teaching aids. It's one among the teaching aids. So, therefore, we are reflecting on what are the other teaching aids which we can have. In fact, it is not the new topic or new idea that I am going to say. All of us are teachers. All of us are aware about what are the different teaching aids that we can use in the class. How far we are making it practical? There may be a question. That may be a question. How far I am making it practical to use those teaching aids which I am aware about. We go to the class, we take the textbook. Sometimes even we ask the students, कहाँ तक हम लोग पिछले क्लास में पढ़ाए थे, पेज नंबर क्या है, कौन सा चैप्टर है. We just ask the students. That shows I am not prepared of. If I am prepared of, अगर मैं prepare हूँ, then we will never ask students. In fact, we go to the class and we say to the students, आप इतना पेज, इस पैराग्राफ देखिए, इस पेज से हम लोग we have completed और इस पैराग्राफ से हम लोग को शुरू करना है. We have to begin with. And there are 3-4 stages of class also. Suppose we are calculating a period, suppose that should have different kinds of stages. One is revision, then we come to the topic, again revision of the of the day, revision of the day. So these 3 portions. So here, first portion, when we talk about the first portion, that is revision of previous chapter. For example, normally when we go to the class, how do we start? We normally say to the students, close your books in order to open the book. You don't need to open the book. First, we will reflect whatever I taught last week. So we just give an introduction about the topics or the session or the exercises, whatever we taught last week or last day. On last day, then we explain without seeing the textbook about the topic which we are going to deal on the same day. Then we ask the children, okay, open the textbook or look at the board, green board or black board or the smart board. So that's why we start the class. So in between around 25-30 minutes when we are teaching the portion, where we have to make the class interesting. How can we make our class interesting? I remember in our childhood, maybe many of the teachers in their childhood may not be. In our childhood, TV has come when we were too small. our channel TV has come. Before that, used to have radio, especially Agashawani. Agashawani, the radio used to be there. Afterwards, FM has come later. So FM, I mean, the radio was there. जब आदमी लोग रेडियो सुनते थे हर घर पे, या मैक्सिमम जो जिस घर अफोर्ड कर सकते थे उस सभी घरों में रेडियो था और सभी लोग उपयोग करते थे. धीरे धीरे वो जो टेलीविजन जैसे आने लगा तो हम लोग टीवी मतलब रेडियो छोड़ दिया और टीवी पर आ गए. धीरे धीरे टीवी पर आ गए. टीवी के बाद फिर डीवीडी सीडी प्लेयर थे और फिर डीवीडी आने लगा. अभी पेनड्राइव से हम लोग देखते हैं और उससे भी मॉडर्न है. हम लोग टीवी पर डिपेंडेंट नहीं, टीवी पर डिपेंडेंट नहीं. जो भी डिश हमारा घर पे होंगे या टाटा प्ले हो सकते हैं या कोई भी डिश हो सकता है, डीटीएच हो सकता है. सो उसमें एक सेंटेंस ये भी लिखते हैं फ्रंट पेज में, अगर आपको अपना सिस्टम में लैपटॉप या मोबाइल में अगर वॉच करना चाहते हैं तो आप अपना मोबाइल या लैपटॉप में भी आप वॉच कर सकते हैं. मीन्स ग्रेजुअली द टीवी इज कमिंग इनटू आवर हैंड, इट इज कमिंग इनटू आवर हैंड, द फॉर्म ऑफ internet and devices is coming to your hand. See the change. That's what I want to convey. See the change. First time सिर्फ सुन सकते थे. सेकंड हम लोग सुन भी सकते थे और देख भी सकते थे टीवी. और अभी सुन भी सकते हैं, देख भी सकते हैं. उससे ज्यादा कंफर्टेबल कहां पे भी हो हम लोग, wherever we are, we can carry our device and we can watch not only TV, not only channels, anything in the YouTube or other search engines. We can access many search engines and we can access it. Changes. हम लोग क्लास में हम लोग क्या करते हैं, कभी कभी अभी भी ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स के पीछे है. हम लोग ट्रेडिशनल मेथड्स के पीछे हैं. Why? It is very easy. आराम से किताब निकालो, हाथ में रखो, सीधे क्लास जाओ और पढ़ाओ. और अभी ये भी हो गया, स्मार्ट बोर्ड आ गया. स्मार्ट बोर्ड आ गया सभी स्कूल्स में, तो स्मार्ट बोर्ड ही हम लोग उपयोग कर सकते हैं. टीचिंग एड है. स्मार्ट बोर्ड आल्सो इज अ टीचिंग एड. So that's what we are reflecting. How far? What are the aids in this changing century? आपको ध्यान इस पर मैं लेना चाहता हूं. In this changing situation, changing society, changing era, from visual effect, we are having the visual effect. DTH, that also changed. Now, there's a form, 3D forms, 5D forms, 7D forms. The children are in the society where the things, maybe visual things, they feel as real one. They try to understand even everything real one. That's the situation or the society in which we are living. So we are facing challenge that way, how to handle the students with the effectiveness of the class. So here, teaching aids are an integral component in any classroom. The many benefits of teaching aids include helping learners improve reading, comprehension skills, illustrating or reinforcing a skill or a concept, differentiating instruction, and relieving anxiety or boredom by presenting information in a new and exciting way. Excitement. I think 2-3 years back, everybody, especially the visual media people all over India, even abroad, was having an anxiety about a movie. We are well aware about the movie Bahubali. All of us might have seen the movie Bahubali. So the movie was, everybody was having an anxiety कटप्पा ने क्यों बाहुबली को मारा? Why did Kattappa kill Bahubali? That was a question. It went around 1.5 years, if I am not wrong. एक 1.5 साल ये सेम सवाल सभी लोगों के मन में चल रहे थे, क्यों कटप्पा ने बाहुबली को मारा? See, and when Bahubali 2 came, into market, all were rushing to understand why it happened. Means an anxiety. कभी कभी हम लोग ये जो घर पे in our house we have mother, sister, or even gents also. Nowadays gents are also involved. Mega serials are running. Episodes after episodes. So one episode ends with a suspense. हर एपिसोड कोई भी सीरियल जो होंगे, हर एपिसोड एक सस्पेंस से खत्म हो जाता, एक सस्पेंस. तो सभी ऑडियंस, द वन हु वॉचर्स हैव एन एंजाइटी. कल क्या होगा, कल क्या होगा, कल क्या होने वाला है, कब होगा. मीन्स lot of questions come to our mind. What will happen? Anxiety. So how far children are having anxiety in our classroom? That's what I want to convey through these 2-3 examples. हमारे क्लास में बच्चे कितना एंजाइटी होते हैं. शायद जब हम लोग क्लास जाने से पहले बच्चे कभी कभी प्रार्थना करते होंगे. हम लोग जब स्कूल में थे, हम लोग भी प्रार्थना किए हैं भगवान से कि अगर उस टीचर ना आए तो शायद अच्छा हो, शायद उस टीचर अगर नहीं आए तो अच्छा होगा. And at the same time, there are few teachers, we used to pray for them that if that teacher would come, then our class would have been interesting one. We want an academic atmosphere with interesting scenario. We are expecting a interesting things should happen. It is not that open the textbook and read in the class or just explain it. Students want even when we explain also, suppose we can explain in a dramatic way, obviously students will listen to us surely. Now this excitement can be made through teaching aids. So use of different types of teaching or learning materials. What are different kinds of teaching or learning materials? It presents information in a new and helpful manner so that the students get a better understanding of what they are taught. In addition to this, using different kinds of teaching aids in the classroom help teachers to reach the different kinds of learners in the classroom. जैसे हम लोग सभी क्लास में 3 category students पाया जाता है. 3 we find. 1 above average, below average, below average. So here a student is not understanding our explanation. Maybe flashcard, maybe newspaper cutting, maybe college, maybe chart paper presentation, maybe visual video we are showing, maybe smart board. Anything what we show, we will be surely influenced by one or another teacher. I mean, student will be influenced by one or another teacher, that is for sure. So different types, it has got lot of influence among the students. And now you see what are traditional. See what are different kinds of teaching aids. One is of traditional teaching aids. What is traditional teaching aid? Traditional teaching aids includes learning through books, periodicals, blackboard, visual teaching. Then comes with visual teaching aids. Second one. Visual teaching aids are called. Visual teaching aids includes posters, model, figure, chart, graphics, video, chart paper presentation it can be flashcards, so many. Now, I use traditional teaching aid or I use visual teaching aids. Which one do I use? So it's not that avoid traditional teaching aids completely. That also should be one among our parts. Like, for example, literature. We cannot have literature without textbook. But in literature, surely we can go with videos. Stories can be shown. For example, science, maths, textbook compulsory. But along with that, we can show different kinds of things in the video presentations. Even now in the market, it is available 3D screens. For example, in the mathematics, I have drawn a square or a triangle. So I can turn the screen. The screen itself, हम लोग उस triangle को side change कर सकते हैं. जैसे AB, AC, BC. So the opposite side also I can turn. For example, now I am showing A to B. Now I want to draw something or expand the BC. And then I want to AC. So I can surely expand even mathematics, when the shapes also. And in science, our brain, the parts of brain, suppose we want to show cerebrum, cerebellum, all those things. Suppose we can turn the brain and we can even zoom and we can show things. Means technology is quite ahead in the society. That's what I want to convey. Technology is quite ahead in the society. How far I am accessing it, how far I am able to access, I make use of this possibilities. Make use of these possibilities. So what are the benefits of teaching aids? We are talking about, teaching aids. What are the benefits? So first thing, supplement in verbal instruction. Supplement in verbal instruction. It's a supplementary for verbal instruction. Teaching aids make learning permanent. कभी कभी बच्चे क्लास में बताते होंगे सर मैं कोशिश करता हूं याद करने के लिए लेकिन मुझसे याद नहीं होता. मैं लिख लिख के पढ़ने के लिए कोशिश किया हूं, बहुत मेहनत किया हूं, लेकिन मैं भूल जाता हूं सर. So many students come forward. So many students, come forward. Now, suppose we are showing something. For example, it's story. A story can be a teaching aid. A story can be a teaching aid. A paper cutting can be teaching aid. Drawing something in the board can be a teaching aid. So when I am targeting to present something through pictures, something through visual aids, it easily goes to the children's mind. 35 minutes, 35 minutes से 40 मिनट हर एक बच्चे हमारे क्लास में बैठते. पढ़ने के बाद तो हम लोग मैक्सिमम 2 पेजेस पढ़ाते होंगे, उससे कम पेजेस पढ़ाते होंगे. कभी एक एक्सरसाइज खत्म हो गया या 2 एक्सरसाइज, बच्चे उसको भूल जाते हैं. सिर्फ 30 मिनट्स का 35 मिनट्स या 40 मिनट्स मैटर. जस्ट 30 मिनट्स का मैटर, जैसे क्लास खत्म हो गया उसे 80% बच्चे भूल गए. Why? Effect of teaching aid has not gone to them, or we are not given proper teaching aid. Not given proper teaching aid. So just to see movies, कोई भी बच्चे normally nowadays 2.5 hours, 3 hours movies, minimum 2.5 hours. With advertisement maybe 3 hours. So 2.5 hours movie we have in the market. Children, they just sit in front of the TV and they are able to watch, not only able to watch, बच्चे उस movies का dialogues, उस movie का पूरा कहानी, entire story, they are able to say. They are able to say entire story. But our students may not be able to say even one topic of a chapter. a topic of the chapter, they are not able to say. Why? Because it is not gone to their brain, not gone to their heart, not gone to their head. Just not gone to them. If it goes to their mind, if it goes to their heart, if it goes to their head, they will never forget. They will never forget. So teaching aids provide variety of opportunities. Teaching aids are helpful in attracting attention of students. जब हम लोग क्लास में गया तो नॉर्मल क्लास में मैं भी ऑब्जर्व करता हूं तो नॉर्मल क्लास में टीचर्स के एक पोजीशन होता है. एक नॉर्मल क्लास में टीचर्स का पोजीशन है. हम लोग गया वहां पे शायद टेबल हो सकता है या सेंटर ऑफ द क्लास हो सकता है या नॉर्मली उस वहां पे हम लोग खड़े हो जाते. कुछ टीचर्स बैठते हैं, मैक्सिमम टीचर्स खड़े हो जाते. कहां पे टेबल हो या सेंटर ऑफ द क्लास में खड़े हो जाते. उसके बाद हम लोग अपने क्लास को प्रेजेंट करने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं. तो जो बच्चे पीछे बैठा हुआ या दोनों साइड में बैठा हुआ बच्चे शायद कभी कभी हम लोग से कनेक्टेड नहीं होते. तो उसके लिए हम लोग को क्या करना है, उसके लिए हम लोग बच्चों के पास चलना चाहिए. One thing, not only that, this teaching aids, here comes the benefit. Suppose we are displaying, for example, a story. In English, there's a story called Necklace. In 10th class, there's a story called Necklace. So suppose I'm showing the story Necklace. So what happens? The story goes maybe 5 minutes. 5 minutes, the story goes. And students all are, just looking at all students are looking at the video presentation. And gradually, they're trying to understand what is going on and trying to understand the story. So 2-3 days, what are the topics I have taught? Minimum 2 days I must be taking. कम से कम 2 दिन लेंगे उस कहानी को पढ़ाने के लिए. Minimum 2 days. Within 5 minutes, they grasp the story. Within 5 minutes, they try to grasp that story. That becomes, attractive. Or something you are doing, showing something. Look at this. Suddenly you are showing something. So students' attention will go to that particular thing which I am exposing in front of all students. Okay. So teaching aid saves time and energy. For example, continuously I am speaking, my energy goes, my throat may get a kind of problem. When I am showing something, it is becoming a aid to control my energy, save my energy. It is saved. So teaching aids can save my time also, energy also. Time I said, the portion which I teach maybe 2 days or 3 days, within 5 minutes, I am giving the conclusion of it. Then I can give the explanation of it in my class. Energy, that 5 minutes, I am resting. I may be walking among the students, but my voice is not going, I am resting myself. Teaching aids encourages the healthy classroom interaction. Healthy classroom interaction. We can easily have good interaction among the students. Good interaction. Play something, or even suppose we can say students can prepare the teaching aids. How can students can prepare teaching aids? For example, mathematics. Provide chart paper or give some shades. Ask them to prepare some shades. So divide the classroom into 4 or 5 or 6 groups and they prepare. They mark it. They present in the class. So involvement of the students are also found, and class will become an interactive session, and class will have lot of teaching aids. Who is preparing? Students are preparing the teaching aids, and I want to spend time for such teaching aids. I wanted to spend time on it. So teaching aids make lesson more enjoyable, clear, and comprehensible for students. They can be used at all levels of learning, possession, and enrich vocabulary and knowledge. And 2, teaching aids for a second language motivates the students so that they can learn a language easily without having any difficulty. Suppose हम लोग almost all CBSE schools, I think 99% CBSE schools are of English medium schools. लेकिन हम लोग कभी कभी इंग्लिश भाषा में शायद we are unable to teach. We are unable to teach in English language because English language is a second language. English language is a second language. So for acquisition of second language learning, I repeat, for the acquisition of second language learning, we need to have such type of classes where students can learn a foreign language easily. English is a foreign language. English is a foreign language, not our mother tongue. So, in order to have second language learning, we should have such kind of maybe collaborative learning. We can have collaborative learning. We can have problem solving learning. We can have group based learnings. We can have puzzles, and we can expose the class itself. So these are the things that we can motivate the students to come up with the different activities and take the output of the activity, expose. Suppose they are putting the chart papers, put in the class 4 walls, 3 walls. Suppose one wall can be smart board and green board or blackboard. 3 walls we have. Make notice board or chart paper, hang it on. Ask the students to prepare something in the class or at home, hang on, and we can make use of those materials here in our class. The most effective teaching aid is direct experience, as the use of this type of teachings aid creates good impact and knowledge, understanding, and memory among the students. The direct experience is always a more effective process of learning than other process. More effective, simple and more effective, direct experience. I say direct experience. For example, in the geography we are teaching resource. In geography, a topic we have resource. Water is a resource. Water is a resource. How to preserve water? When it rains, naturally we get water from rain, not through any other facilities. We get from rain. So how this water can be preserved? That's a topic. So what we can do? हम लोग बच्चों को एक डैम के पास ले जा सकते हैं. We can take the students to dam and we can ask the students, you see how water is preserved. How water is preserved. So there can be a study too. Therefore, or we are learning, about court, civil court, or criminal act, court, or SDM court, or DM court. We can get permission from the district administration. Take the students and ask them to sit in the court. Let them watch how the court is dealing with the different cases. Court is not like movies. There is a rule and there are rules and regulations. How to move, how to talk. So students will understand what are the processes. So real experiments, direct experiences can lead the students to enrich their knowledge. Real experiences can enrich the students to get better knowledge. To get a better knowledge. A teacher tool is any tool that enhances or expedites the teaching process and helps teachers to teach better. For instance, it can be a tool that allows the teachers to conduct classes in a more organized and efficient way and communicate with parents quickly and efficiently to improve classroom productivity. Outcome is the result. Outcome. For example, I can consider myself, I am the best teacher. I am best teacher in social science. I may be a best teacher in English. I may be a best teacher in maths. I may be a best teacher in science or any one of the subjects. मैं जो भी सब्जेक्ट excellent teacher हो सकता है. I can say I am excellent teacher. How do I understand that I am excellent teacher? Result of a student. Not one. Result of students wherever I teach. If the result is good, the productivity, see, that's good. Ending result, how far ending result do we have? That, reflects my work. That reflects my work. All students got excellent mark in exams. And some students got 100 out of 100. Good, I have done. At least one or two students. At least one student. Every teachers, मैं सभी टीचरों से आग्रह करता हूं कि आज एक ऐसे टारगेट करना है, मेरा सब्जेक्ट में कम से कम एक स्टूडेंट, एक टारगेट में दे रहा हूं, कम से कम एक स्टूडेंट हर एक क्लास में 100 में 100 मार्क्स आए, चाहे बोर्ड एग्जाम हो या स्कूल एग्जाम. कम से कम एक स्टूडेंट, स्पेशली इन बोर्ड एग्जाम, कम से कम एक स्टूडेंट मेरा सब्जेक्ट में 100 में 100 लाए. I make all students to get more than 50%. That's it. Minimum, all students make 50% and minimum one student 100 out of 100. So here we get, an outcome. An outcome. This is called a purpose. I have a target. I have a target and I'm targeting it and I'm making it fulfilling. How it is possible? Making my class something creative, making my class something different, making my class very interesting, making my class keeping a lot of teaching aids, making my class appearable to everybody. This is what. So that helps. So teaching aids are tool which facilitates the process of teaching and learning. There are various types of teaching aids include traditional teaching aids, as I said, mechanical teaching aids, that also I said, that one comes under visual, another comes under traditional. So here, when we see instructional aids are what the teachers uses presenting a lesson, while learning aids are used by the pupils. This is a very fine distinction. Very fine distinction, and it often happens that in one period the same teaching aid can be used both as instructional and a learning aid. For example, I just drew the parts of body in biology or parts of plant. When a parts of plant draw किया और क्लास में present किया, या ब्लैक बोर्ड में या स्मार्ट बोर्ड में दिखाया या चार्ट पेपर में सबके सामने पेश किया और मैं पढ़ा रहा one by one and using the teaching aid. Then I went to the textbook. Still it is here, and that we can say, you look at here, this part is here. This it will complement each other. It will complement each other. Textbook and the teaching aids, that will complement each other, and that will become the best one. That becomes the best one. So see here, in a pre-early school or in a middle school or secondary or senior secondary classes, here we face, students are having a lot of questions. Students want to touch. For example, I given a globe here as an example. तो बच्चे क्या चाहते हैं, मैं ग्लोब में जाकर टच करूं, जो टीचिंग एड्स है उसको टच करके देखूं, या प्लांट्स है टच करके देखूं. So suppose we are, as I said, जैसे मैंने अभी कहा हूं कि पार्ट्स ऑफ प्लांट, तो जब पार्ट्स ऑफ प्लांट में क्लास ले रहा हूं तब मैं बच्चों को कह सकते हैं हर बच्चे एक छोटा सा प्लांट लेकर आए. जस्ट क्या होमवर्क है, कल हम पार्ट्स ऑफ प्लांट के बारे में पढ़ेंगे और सभी बच्चे पार्ट्स ऑफ मतलब एक प्लांट्स एक छोटा सा पॉट में हो या प्लास्टिक में हो, एक प्लांट लेकर आना. तो जब टीचर क्लास में पढ़ाएंगे उस पॉट को अपने पास रखेंगे और एक एक चीज को मतलब लीफ, मे बी फ्लावर, मे बी स्टेम, मे बी रूट, मे बी fruit. They observe and they try to learn. Then don't throw the plant. उस प्लांट को हमारा स्कूल का गार्डन में कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं. Both purposes are done. Both purposes. I have learned out of the plant and I am contributing one plant to my school garden. One plant to my school garden I am just contribute. Both activities. One, I am connected with my ecosystem and my science study also went well. So the biggest drawback of the use of modern teaching aids is investment cost. For example, स्मार्ट बोर्ड एट पुट. हर स्कूल में स्मार्ट बोर्ड के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट तो जरूर होगा, इन्वेस्टमेंट है. और सपोज दैट यू यूज सम डिवाइसेस, देयर कैन बी इन्वेस्टमेंट, बट it is the need of the time. It is the need of the time. It is the need of the time. So gradually or suddenly may not be, but gradually all schools should have proper, maybe smart board or visual teaching aids. Visual teaching aids that everybody should have. Here, apply a concept. Suppose benefits of learning materials, we can put it here. Apply concept, increase motivation, easiness to learn, easiest to learn, promotes critical and creative thinking, fun learning. So these are the benefits we are getting, right? So I'm applying one concept, increasing motivating. For example, I told, मैंने अभी एक example बताया कि बच्चे एक plants लेकर आएंगे और उसके बारे में पढ़ेंगे, फिर उसको गार्डन में कंट्रीब्यूट करेंगे. तो बच्चे अपने आप मोटिवेट करेंगे अपना इकोसिस्टम को कैसे मेंटेन करना है. And not only that, it will become connected with the school, connected with the society. Children get motivated. One group discussion we are making, and we can tell you prepare a best chart paper, and put it in the class. Give a point, 10 marks, 5 marks, make it an activity. Children get motivated to do such activities. Not only that, by doing such kind of things, children come to know proper idea about it. And they start thinking. They start, doing fun learning. You have a lot of fun. For example, puzzle that keeps, students learning. So some techniques when we look into cognitive thinking skill, bringing prefrontal cortex into life, exploring things, developing unique patterns of learning, application-based learning, learning relevantly to the increasing needs. So these are the benefits that we will have when we use the proper teaching aids in the classroom. These are the benefits. And these benefits are very, very, very important for understanding any of the topics or chapters in our syllabus. And NCERT is also insisting to make use of the teaching aids and teach through different activities. So 4 reasons, not 5, 4 reasons. 1, presentation visual grab an audience, and presenting visual makes complex ideas, or it makes emotional bridges and helps audience refrain information and become interesting also. The moment it becomes visual, something is visual. Yes, I want to involve into. Let me look into. Some students, when we teach, some students may sleep, some students may sit like this, some students may be nodding their head into the process of sleeping, some may be writing on another subject. कभी कोई हम लोग क्लास में एक्सपीरियंस किए होंगे, मैथ्स टीचर है, साइंस टीचर, इंग्लिश टीचर, जो भी सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाते होंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इंग्लिश टीचर इज टीचिंग बैक, चिल्ड्रन आर राइटिंग, नेक्स्ट पीरियड मैथ्स होमवर्क, आई हैव टू सबमिट. तो बच्चे क्या करते हैं, मैथ्स होमवर्क कंप्लीट करते हैं. और सोशल साइंस क्लास में भी गोइंग ऑन, English homeworks may be completed. Hindi homeworks may be completed. Social homeworks may be completed. We see, because they are not serious about my subject, my teaching. They don't have interest about my teaching, and they do not have curiosity about my topic which I am teaching in the class. No curiosity. Next kya hoga? No curiosity, because okay, I will learn. I will read and will understand. It's okay. This simple nature, it destroys and comes down from our class. So learning materials are important because they can significantly increase students' achievement by supporting student learning. For example, you can say worksheet. They provided a student with important opportunities to practice a new skill in the class. A worksheet. बच्चे घर जाएंगे, उसको करेंगे, क्लास के सामने, सबके सामने प्रेजेंट करें. When a student present this in front of all, the student learns and other students are influenced of and understand better. Rather, it is also noticed. It is also noticed that students understand. Students teaching better than teachers teaching. जब क्लास में एक ही टॉपिक जब टीचर्स पढ़ाते हैं और बच्चे पढ़ाए, जब बच्चे पढ़ाते हैं तब बच्चे के जो इंटरेस्ट होता है ना, इंटरेस्ट ज्यादा होता है. They have a lot of interest towards looking at the students teaching and they involve it. Some students ask counter questions. So involvement of students, that is highly appreciated and welcome. So instructional materials are essential since they help the teachers and learners avoid over emphasize or recitation and rote learning that can easily dominate a lesson. Resource materials allow the learners to have practical experiences which help them to develop skill and concepts to work in a variety of ways. One concept can have different ways, same concepts that he has to bring in. For example, you divide the board into two sides. When you write an answer, tough answer. One place you write for the in a tough way, answer in a tough way, which can get more marks. So the students, average students and above average students can learn from their opposite side, write in a simple way, which all slow learners and maximum the students, they can understand this concept in an easy way. So both. So as per the standard of the students, this can be adopted. So two answers I am giving. You suppose three patterns or answers if I can give, that's well and good. Minimum two answers if I give or methods if I give, students can adopt, which is easy for me, that can be adopted and can write in the exam. So here, use of ICT in a methods of improved one. Suppose I want to improve in another level. I have use of ICT tools, what is comes under digital. Differentiate between students. Use the flipped classroom model. Encourage cooperative learning. Communicate with colleagues. Communicate with colleagues. Communicate with parents. Create a welcoming environment. Then conclusion. I'm presenting. I'm explaining. I'm telling all my concepts. I'm putting into their heart, putting into their mind, and then I'm concluding my session. Just I'm concluding my session. I'm making it sure that what are the topics I have taught. It has gone to not only to brain. Here we have to be very careful. Not only to brain, not only to sights. Normally, students in our class understand our chapters with the brain and eye. I would like to suggest, let them take each and every chapter in their heart. Let our children take each and every chapters whatever we teach by their heart. They will never forget. So here, teaching learning resource assists and supports students learning. Their learning, it increases. It helps students to understand and enjoy the lesson which teacher teaches them. It helps students understand the object of the lesson and the teacher is conveying. I'm conveying something, it reaches to them. Therefore, it is, feedback we have to take. End of the class. हर class में end of the class हम लोग feedback लेना चाहिए. What you understood? Or we can write point by point. Point by point, we can write in the board that this is what I have taught you today. Now you repeat it. Or you just write the point by point in the chart paper. I taught the chapter. Chart paper में या pen drive में, suppose we have a smart board, we can present to complete the chapter showing the smart board, showing the video way. This is what the summary of the chapter. This is what the points that I have taught. These are the definitions that I taught. These are the scientists we referred with. These are the formulas we have seen in the entire chapter. Students will understand better way. So everything when we are showing them at last, they will be impressed and they will not be out of textbook or out of syllabus or out of our classes. So the biggest advantage of and a reason for creating your own material is that you can use the context of your student. Suppose I have personal some stories or something I have to say, just you say. For example, I watched a movie, connect the incident with the movie, connect something, shape, I want to connect something. For example, TV we have, connect it, shape, be a basketball court, volleyball court, connect with it, tell about something which they have experienced, or we can tell them you go आप घर जाइए, घर जाके आपका माँ बाप से बात कीजिए और वहां से इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट कीजिए. That become informative and interactive. Plus when they collect and write, that also become teaching aid to present in front of the students. So and we have to make our expectations clear. इस चैप्टर से मेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या है, इस किताब पढ़ने से मैं आपसे ये उम्मीद करता हूं. Expectation should be clear as per the content, and students should reach into the level. So when we are learning the classroom, in the classroom, content development in a teaching aid way, there are 7 points: having compassion and empathy, creating a secure and dependable structure, ramping up the positive, supporting academic risk, teaching active listening, embedding strategy instruction, building collaborative relationship. So these things easily, the classroom, suppose we do it this in a smooth way, children may not be understanding what I am doing activity, but outcome shows, okay, ma'am, this is what ma'am expected, this is what sir expected. Okay, that easily students they understand. Students understand a better way. Yes, this is what my teacher expected. This is what, and when we say you have come to my expectation, you fulfilled my expectation, students will be so happy. So it's our responsibility to come to that level. So be creative. When I'm making use of it, this teaching aid is not simply I make. Creative, interesting, accept for all students, stay up to date, use variety of teaching methods, set achievable goal. These things should happen in the class whenever I set a teaching aid. So some enthusiasm should be there related to this teaching aid. It's not that I want to show some teaching aid, something I downloaded, I showed. No, not like that. Show an effective, interesting, informative, and goal-based video. What is the goal? I should get the output of the chart. By showing a teaching aid, I should get the output of the chapter. Students should learn. Students should prepare questions. Anybody can answer. For example, I am telling the students you study and come. They study and come. Answers. They are not able to prepare questions. They are not able to prepare questions. Ask the students to prepare question and answer. Ask them to prepare questions. They will learn. So being class with mindful mind minute or incomparative movement, take sensory break, build functional cognitive skill, create a growth mindset in classroom, helping students succeed. So these things kinds of strength can be used for learning support students. Support the students for better learn. Support the students for better learning. That's the purpose of teaching aid. Supporting the students for better learning is the purpose of teaching aid. That will be fulfilled here. So the study based showed that teaching aid users has relatively high impact in improving remedial student achievement, particularly in reading skill. When teaching एड मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, कुछ बच्चे के पास फास्ट रीडिंग नहीं होते या कुछ बच्चे के पास फास्ट राइटिंग नहीं होते. कभी कभी टीचर्स कंप्लेन करते हैं कि मेरे क्लास में बच्चे फास्टली नहीं लिखते हैं और फास्टली मतलब बच्चे नहीं पढ़ पाते हैं. सो वन एक्सरसाइज वी कैन गिव. फॉर एग्जांपल स्टूडेंट्स आर वाचिंग न्यूज इज पासिंग. तो बच्चे क्या कर सकते, उस न्यूज को देखते हुए पढ़ सकते हैं, अपने से पढ़ने के लिए कोशिश करें. सो फास्ट रीडिंग इंप्रूव्स. और बच्चे न्यूज देख के लिख सकते हैं, जैसे न्यूज पढ़ रहे हैं, न्यूज पढ़ते जाएगा, बच्चे लिखने के लिए कोशिश करेंगे. तो फास्ट रीडिंग राइटिंग स्किल इंप्रूव्स. सो दीज स्किल्स कैन हेल्प द स्टूडेंट्स टू better improvement. So these are the things that when we discuss about this, the topic that what we are thinking about, that different kinds of teaching aids, in the society, in the classroom, the school campus, in the classroom mainly, we have a lot of teaching aids which we can use regularly. We can use many items or articles from the class itself, from the society, from home. We have to collect it. And we have to present in front of the students. Give opportunity for the students to come up with that. सिर्फ क्लास के अंदर बच्चे ना बैठे, क्लास के बाहर भी जाएं, और बाहर जिस मटेरियल्स हम लोग क्लास के अंदर लेकर आ सकते हैं, उस मटेरियल्स को क्लास के अंदर भी लेकर आके बच्चों को पढ़ाना चाहिए. Then we will have the effect. Otherwise, students may say, I am feeling boring, I am feeling dozy, I am feeling different kinds of problem, I am not able to understand. So many excuses will be there from the parts of students. So let us not go to hear such excuses. So I wish all the best to all teachers in order to have a beautiful teaching aids from tomorrow's class. Not only keeping the textbook, maybe smartboard, visual things, PPT, PDF, everything can be made use for the better and the best class. And our classes should be the best class in the school. With this, I wish all the best for all teachers, those who participated here. And also I thank Dr. Rajiv Sir, who is the president of Pataliputra Sahodaya, and all executive members, office bearers. Thanks a lot for giving me an opportunity to share my views on different kinds of teaching aids. So thank you very much. Thank you.